India's best UPSC interview guidance by former UPSC board members. 5-pronged approach includes DAF briefing, one-to-one sessions, regional information guidance, feedback by a psychologist, mock interview mimicking the actual interview by former UPSC board members only at KPIS Delhi. This is the guidance by the best to ace the UPSC race. WhatsApp your DAF to 9133957733 now.
Hello everybody, welcome to KPIS Delhi's CARE initiative, Current Affairs through Reverse Engineering.
These are the articles that we'll be seeing today. Let us look into the first article for the day. Educated farmer of Karimnagar, Telangana has doubled his income through a composite approach to farming. This was given as a case study in the PIB. Alright, now for prelims, you need to know what composite farming is. Alright, composite farming is a holistic agricultural approach integrating crops, trees, livestock on the same land to optimize resource use. Alright, why? To optimize resource use, to promote sustainability, and to enhance overall farm productivity. Alright. So this is the broad definition of composite farming. Alright. Now what are the characteristics of composite farming? One, it will involve diversification. Alright. Diversification. That is, composite farming involves cultivating mix of crops, trees and livestock. Right. So this is one characteristic. Second one, integration of components. Alright, what integration are we referring to? Integrating different elements such as agroforestry, crop rotation, and livestock management to create what? A synergy and sustainable agricultural model. Okay, so obviously when we are looking at composite farming, we know that it has advantages such as resource optimization, risk mitigation, improved soil health, increased productivity. Then why aren't we opting for composite farming at a larger scale? Why is it? Because of some disadvantages. That is, the management is pretty complex. Managing multiple components in composite farming can be challenging and it will require higher level of knowledge and skill from the farmers. Alright, and it has high initial investment. Alright, because transitioning to composite farming may require initial investments in terms of training, infrastructure. Alright. Apart from these disadvantages, there's one more thing: climate sensitivity. Right, because the success of composite farming can be sensitive to climate variations. Alright, because diverse components will be affected, or these diverse components will respond to climate in a different way, right? So that is also one challenge. Alright. Which of the following best defines the concept of composite farming? Monocropping system with a focus on high yield varieties? No. Integrating various agricultural components such as crops, trees and livestock on the same piece of land? Yes. This is composite farming. B is the answer, right? Now, how is permaculture farming different from conventional chemical farming? Now, what is permaculture farming, or what is permaculture? Permaculture is an approach to land management and settlement design that adopts arrangements observed in flourishing natural ecosystems. Alright. So basically, permaculture prevents overexploitation in land management. You have to adopt such practices. Alright. Now, Permaculture farming discourages monocultural practices, but in conventional farming, monoculture practices are predominant. This is absolutely true, right? So, one is correct. That means C and D are gone. Now, if you choose 3, then 2 and 4 are obviously wrong. If you choose 2, then 3 will be obviously wrong. 2 or 4, then 3 would obviously get eliminated. Alright, so only one statement you have to choose, you'll get the answer. Conventional chemical farming can cause increase in soil salinity, but the occurrence of such phenomenon is not observed in permaculture farming. This is also true, right? Because we are adopting practices that are very, very near to the natural ecosystem, how it flourished. So that's why the soil salinity, all these issues wouldn't occur. So second statement is right. So this is gone. The only remaining thing is this. So you don't need to read third and fourth statement. All right. Know-how technology on bamboo composites transfers on day 2 of IISF 2023. For prelims, bamboo is an important theme. All right. Going by the laws, bamboo is considered as a minor forest produce according to Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Act of 2006. Alright, Recognition of Forest Rights Act 2006, that is there now. So, it is a bamboo is considered as a minor forest produce. Secondly, see, there was an amendment to the Indian Forest Act. Alright, of 1927. Okay, there was amendment that happened in 2018. Alright, so before this amendment, bamboo was considered as tree. Alright, in both forest areas and non-forest areas. So what happened? Interstate movement was required for felling of bamboo trees and moving them around for trade. So permit was required. Okay, after this amendment, what happened? In forest area, it is still a tree. In non-forest area, it was removed from the category of tree. It is no more a tree in non-forest area. Now, what happened after this? When it is removed from category of tree, now felling and transit of bamboo grown in non-forest area does not require any permit. Alright, so this you understood, no? Before amendment, after amendment story, in forest area, non-forest area. Okay, so this is with respect to law. Now, what are the different characteristics of bamboo? Bamboo is a grass, alright, and it proliferates rapidly. Within 3 to 4 years, bamboo will get matured, and it has crucial role in carbon sequestration. Alright, and bamboo's extensive root system is there now. It will help to prevent soil erosion. Also, bamboo is a natural spreader. Because the rhizomes tend to move towards the nutrient sources. Alright, and bamboo grows naturally in every state in the country except extremely hot and cold deserts. For example, in the western Rajasthan region or Ladakh. Alright, so these are some basics. Alright, it is a minor forest produce according to Forest Rights Act. Okay, and after the amendment to the Indian Forest Act of 1927, bamboo is taken out from the list of trees in non-forest areas. Alright, now these are some basics. Consider the following statements with regard to bamboo. It regenerates quickly after harvesting. This is correct. It is a natural spreader. Yes. It has extensive root system which helps in controlling soil erosion. Yes. It can be found naturally both in tropical and temperate regions. Yes. These are correct. So all of these statements are right. Now, bamboo flowering is known to be associated with the subsequent famine. Which of the following is caused by bamboo flowering? Rainfall decreases? No. Pests and insects increase? This can be a probable answer. However, if you're not sure, please come to the next option. Land becomes infertile? No. Population of rats increases? This is correct because this is compared to this one. D is apt. Why? Because bamboo flowering triggers a boom in rat population as bamboo seeds provide a plentiful food source for rats. All right, and this is commonly known as rat or rodent plague. All right, so D is the answer. Text of the Vice President's address at the presentation of Scope Awards. For prelims, the Scope Awards can be a theme. Alright, now what are Scope Awards? What is the full form of Scope? Standing Conference of Public Enterprises. Standing Conference of Public Enterprises. Alright. It aims to promote competitiveness and excellence amongst its members by enhancing their efficiencies. Alright, these awards are given to institutes and individuals. These awards are given to institutes and individuals. Why? For their excellence and outstanding contribution to the public sector management. Alright, these were constituted for the first time in the year 1996 and 97. Alright, these awards were constituted in this year. However, Scope came into existence on April 10th, 1973 and formally was given recognition as an apex body of central public sector enterprises in the year 1976. Alright, the Standing Conference came into being in 1973. Alright, and it got recognition as an apex body in the year 1976. Alright, and these awards were started in the year 1996 and 1997. And this year, NHPC Limited. What is NHPC? National Hydroelectric Power Corporation of India. Got Scope Awards Commendation Certificate in the category of Effective Implementation of Right to Information Act. Alright, this is one thing. And second one is REC, Rural Electrification Corporation, which is a Maharatna Rural Electrification Corporation, which is a Maharatna Central Public Sector Enterprise under Ministry of Power, and it is also leading NBFC. It was also awarded the Scope Excellence Award in category of Special Institutional Category in Digitization. Alright, so these are some basics. Consider the following statements with regard to Standing Conference of Public Enterprises Scope Awards. Sometimes they'll give you the full form. They would not mention the scope. That's why you need to know the full form also. Alright, yeah. They are given for excellence and outstanding contribution to public sector management. This is correct. They are awarded by Ministry of Commerce. No. They are given to institutions as well as individuals. Yes. Right. So, two statements are correct. ECI begins a nationwide awareness program on EVMs and VVPATs ahead of 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Okay, ECI is Election Commission of India. Alright, EVM is Electronic Voting Machine. VVPAT is Voter Verifiable Paper Audit Trial. Alright. Now for prelims, some facts about EVMs is necessary and the relation between ECI and EVM is also necessary. Alright, coming to EVMs have been designed by Election Commission in collaboration with two PSUs. And what are those PSUs? One is Bharat Electronics Limited, Bangalore, which is under Ministry of Defense, and ECIL, Electronic Corporation of India Limited, Hyderabad, under Department of Atomic Energy. Alright, and this is first thing. Second one is EVMs do not require electricity. If you have voted, if you have casted your vote, you will know. And it's duty of every citizen above 18 years to exercise their right to vote. Correct? Now, please go and vote wherever there are elections, whenever there are elections in your constituency. Alright? Now, coming back to the subject, EVMs do not require electricity. Alright? They run on what? Alkaline power pack. And maximum of 2000 votes can be cast in an EVM. Alright, and EVMs can cater to maximum of 60. See, there will be EVM and there will be candidates, so you have to press that button, right? So including Nota, there will be only space for 64 candidates in one EVM. Alright, and this EVM will have one control unit and a balloting unit. Alright, control unit actually remains with the presiding officer or the polling officer, and the balloting unit is placed inside the voting compartment. Alright, and there is one more thing called totalizer. Totalizer, as the name suggests, you can know the function, right? This totalizer can accommodate up to 14 control units at a time to count votes, to total the votes. Okay, that's why it is called totalizer. Alright, without revealing the candidate-wise count of the individual control unit. See, now presently it is not being used, totalizer. Alright, because we need amendment to the law to use this totalizer. Now coming to the relation between ECI and this EVM, section 61A of Representation of Peoples Act of 1951 empowered Election Commission to use the EVM. Section 61A of the Representation of Peoples Act of 1951 actually empowered Election Commission to use the EVM, and this EVM can record only 5 votes per minute. Alright, so these are some basics. Consider the following statements with regard to EVMs currently used by Election Commission of India. ECI is empowered by the Representation of Peoples Act to use EVMs in Indian elections. True. We've just discussed section 61A. So this is correct. They can store the result for more than 10 years. This is also correct. They can record only 5 votes in a minute. This is also correct. So all the 3 statements are right. Now, the Voter Verifiable Paper Audit Trial System, VVPAT, was used for the first time by the Election Commission of India in, it is Noxin Assembly Constituency, Nagaland. Now, what is this VVPAT? The full form you know, Voter Verifiable Paper Audit Trial System. Now, what is its function? Actually, VVPAT is intended as an independent verification system for voting machines designed to allow the voters to verify that their vote was cast correctly. Alright, so after you click the button on the ballot, that EVM machine, the electronic voting machine, so you will click the button, right? And after that, you will find a paper popping up, slip popping up with the symbol and the name of the candidate to whom you cast your vote. Alright, so that is VVPAT. Chinese mining and infrastructure investments supporting Latin America's EV industry. So this port, Chancay Mega Port, which is in Peru, is important because Chinese investment of $3.6 billion is getting into the picture. Alright, so this will become important. Chancay port that has been in news recently is located in which of the following countries? It is Peru. Which one of the following port cities in Venezuela has been developed as an oil port? It is Maracaibo. Maracay, on the other hand, is the garden city. It is famous as the garden city for its large amount of vegetation. Alright, so here it's B. B is the answer.
This is it for today. All the best.